Hey, it's Wayne Purnell, the founder of the Dynamic Leader Programs, and there are 3 key lessons I want to give to you today. It was my birthday just a couple days ago. Well, thank you. Yes, it was my birthday a few days ago. And here's the deal. I went to an indoor skydiving place for my birthday, and it was a blast. It was a blast. Now, how does that relate to you? I'm here and you're here because it is about you, right? So this relates to you in a couple of ways. First, to do anything well, follow what has worked for someone else. So what works? What works? Then modify it for yourself. That's the first lesson. Look at what's worked for someone else, and that's not a period point. That's an and. Modify it for yourself, right? What worked for my flight instructor, they call him a flight instructor, even though it's a skydive in a tube. What worked for my flight instructor isn't going to work for me. We're a different body size. We're different experience levels, right? So look at what works and modify it for yourself. There are certain basic patterns out there. So in your life, in your business, what is working? And then what works for you? So often we're like, well, I don't have this, or I'm not like that person, or I want to do it my way, darn it. All those are great, and there are certain pathways that do make sense. So look at what works. The other thing that works really well is lean in and relax. That's sort of its own lesson also, right? And I guess those are 2 separate lessons because I said there were 3. So the first one is watch what works and modify it for you. That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, lean in, right? So in skydiving, in the indoor skydiving, you have to lean in. That way the wind catches you and you are lifted by this giant fan thing at the bottom, which is fabulous. It's an amazing experience. And part 3 is relax. Relax. See, partway through my first flight, I had my flight suit on, I leaned in, I was doing great, and all of a sudden, my collars on the shirt under the flight suit got loose. And at 103 miles an hour that the wind was lifting me, they were also whipping my shirt collars against my neck. And I don't know if you can still see it, but I had some mild bruising that looked like a giant hickey on both sides. Bilateral hickeys, yay! Here's the deal. In flight, that thing stung like hell. It really did. It stung really bad. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, now a choice. Compartmentalize. Focus on what's working. Because as soon as I pulled back to try and fix that, I sunk. I'd stopped being relaxed. Right? I pulled back. I contracted. You've got to expand and contract, but do it in a relaxed way. I also knew that I can compartmentalize long enough to make my experience really matter. Now, I did the flight a few times, so I had a great time. Here's the thing. I knew I could endure a bit of pain if I concentrated on how much fun it was. Maybe that's the third one. Maybe we put lean in and relaxed as one lesson, and the other is you focus on the thing that matters to you the most. I wasn't going to die from the collar hitting me in the neck. It was hurting a lot, but not life-threatening. So could I focus on, wow, this is my first experience in flight. This is an amazing experience. Yeah. I did, because I knew that was a prescribed period of time. It was only going to last a short amount of time. And when we stopped, obviously, the flight instructor had no idea, and when I told him, he was horrified and beside himself, and they made it up to me. It's all good. And I would do it again, totally do it again. But that's the thing, right? So focus on, 1, what works and modify it for yourself. Relax, lean in and relax. Okay? What works, modify it for yourself. Big first thing. 2, lean in. Like anything, you cannot be successful if you're like, I don't know. So lean in and relax into it. And step 3 is compartmentalize. There are certain times when you have to be focused on certain things. And you can focus on the pain, or you could focus on the success. And I'll tell you, it's much more fun to focus on the wahoo, we got this thing. So focus on your successes. Celebrate your successes. Be like my little friend here. Stay curious. Enjoy your time out there. And remember, right? Remember, you've got to focus on what works, modify it for yourself, lean in and relax, and concentrate on your successes. The pain's always going to be there. There's going to be something that's small that's going to nag at you. You'll get through it. All right. Until next time, right? You keep making your magic. I'm Dr. Wayne Purnell, founder of the Dynamic Leader Programs. I'll see you next time.